Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Being Louisa. Today's video was requested by one of you guys. I think your name was Charlie. Here we go.
Hi everyone. No, move over. I'm Millie, I'm Louisa's roommate. I live literally opposite Louisa.
Yeah.
And so this video is literally just top tips for writing your personal statement in relation to midwifery. So yeah, tip number 1. One of my top tips is to have a specialist interest subject that you want to write about in your personal statement. So for me, while I was at college, I researched mental health in relation to pregnancy. So I wrote about that and how that related to me becoming a midwife, I guess, and what that would mean being a student midwife.
That's a good one. My one was any experience you have, it's valid experience. Like, it doesn't matter if it's just babysitting or if it's work.
Transferable skills.
That's the word.
So that basically means, say you've got a part-time job in a market shop, anything that you are having communication when you're at work with, anytime that you're communicating, take that and use that to explain in your personal statement why you're good at communicating with a range of individuals. That's a really good thing to have. And that falls in line with the 6 C's. So if you guys don't know what the 6 C's are, do a little bit of research, but we will just tell you what they are. So
care, courage, compassion, communication, competence,
and commitment.
There you go.
Okay, so those are the 6 C's. You'll just do a little bit of research, and a really good thing to do in your personal statement is try and include them, because they are what we like to call buzzwords.
Woo!
So what that means is words which I guess kind of relate to being in a caring profession in a way, and how you can put that into
but it's also
context.
It's also like when people read your personal statement, they're looking for those words. If you're doing anything within nursing, midwifery, anything in the care profession, literally they will look for those words. So I started every other sentence with one of those words.
So let's think multidisciplinary, so and teamwork. So what that means is that as a midwife, you're going to be working in a multidisciplinary team, so around people from all different sorts of professions, because people dip in and dip out in order to deliver the best care.
So like anaesthetists, pediatric nurses,
doctors,
consultant midwives. So yeah,
all these people have all these other roles which interlink with the care that you're going to be providing as a student midwife.
So it's good to know that, and it's also good if you can somehow slip that in, saying that you can talk to people from, say you work in a shop and you're just a cashier, so that you can talk to your manager. It shows that you know how to be professional and talk to someone who is above you.
And with the 6 C's as well, how do you show compassion? How do you show care? And what is it with these transferable skills that you think will make you into a good student midwife?
Definitely.
Structure. Okay. It's so important that your personal statement flows, and I know that there's such a limited amount of characters. It's only 4,000 characters, which is horrible considering you want to write all these amazing things. And yes, you have to write all these amazing things about yourself, even though it sounds a little bit cocky, but it's got to be done, because at the end of the day, it's an extremely competitive course and you're gonna want to get in.
Exactly.
It's worth it so far. But
our 4 weeks on the course.
4 weeks in, and we already know we're loving it, but it's all good. And structure, we want to just make sure that after every paragraph, what you've kind of written at the end of that paragraph links onto what your next point is. So I think I remember in mine, I wrote something about providing care for a woman, then I went on to an example, and then how that would link to me being a good student midwife.
How did you fit that all in? I don't know how she fit all that in. I certainly did not. I literally wrote about working from the age of 15, showing, so that's how I showed my commitment, showing that I was travelling from North London to South London, which was over 2 hours in a bus, at the age of 15 by myself. That's a great way to show commitment. I've
got another very important tip. Well, it's not really more of a tip, it's more of just something you can do. It doesn't really particularly matter as well if you haven't had children or you haven't seen birth, because it's very important, or well, I think it's very important that you gather some kind of experience within healthcare. Another tip, do not start your personal statement with something like, I always wanted to be a midwife.
Oh, don't do that.
We've heard it all before, yada yada yada, and as if you did, let's face it, who was 3 years old and was like, I want to be a midwife? I think it's safe to say a lot of people might say it was the only career I ever really thought of in the first place, but since you know, 2, as if you wanted to be a midwife, don't write that, because they're just going to call bullshit on it.
Everyone's done it, it's been said, it's been done. Like, be unique, be different.
Find something interesting to start off with. your personal statement. So I think I wrote about seeing my sister's antenatal care and how that influenced my decision to start researching about midwifery. And I just applied that to myself, I guess, and what I could bring.
I feel like if you do have interest in like a particular area, talk about it. And
another very important point, research. Okay, these lecturers, the people who are interviewing you, they want to see your commitment. They want to see how much time and effort you've put into researching the role of a midwife and what it really means to be out there. It's not just all about Call the Midwife or One Born Every Minute. As lovely as those shows are, it's not all about that in reality. And there's so many different areas within maternity care that you actually get to work in. And even I was shocked today when we were looking around the maternity unit and there's like fetal medicine and all this jazz.
So much.
But it's so important that you understand the inner workings of maternity and that you're not literally just going to be there at a woman's birth. It's about antenatal, intrapartum and postnatal care.
It's true, like you do need to research, because even if you put that one random thing to show that you did your research, if you can show in your personal statement that you understand that there's more to it than just holding babies and watching babies come into the world, it's perfect.
Remember, it is about the mother as well. You're not going into midwifery for the babies, you're going into it because you're caring for a pregnant woman, and that's the pinpoint of the care. And midwifery means with women. As well as that, if you have looked into, or you can get some kind of, pull some kind of information, maybe out of something you've read surrounding midwifery, so what's recent in the news, you know? A really good place you can get all the latest up-to-date information is on the RCM website. Some midwifery journals would be the Practicing Midwife, the British Journal of Midwifery, and as well, if you look at the NICE guidelines, so that's like the National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, those are what underpin what I guess midwives have to do. But it's all about up-to-date research, your knowledge, how you can apply that into becoming a student midwife. So I worked so hard on my personal statement. It was literally my masterpiece. My baby was my personal statement last year.
Yeah, it was stressful. It's really weird. We met her on an open day, and so she already had hers in. I was waiting for like an interview, but I waited till January, like right before the deadline. Don't do that unless you want to give yourself a heart attack like I did. But you don't necessarily have to be so early, as in like right now, because I think Millie handed hers in
September.
Now. In September, yeah, like that's crazy.
But I think as well, just remember that the personal statement is what gets you your foot in the door. It is extremely important for nursing and midwifery courses, and
take your time with that.
Really take your time with it though.
Double check it and then get someone else to double check it. I hope that helped, and good luck with your personal statement.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, don't stress too much, and in the meantime, keep on being you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below with any questions or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe to get weekly updates.
Bye.